Welcome to this episode of I Plan. I'm John Brown, the founder of BEI. We help business advisors help their business owners exit their business on their terms. With me today is a longtime friend. In fact, I had to ask Kelly as we started how long we've known each other, and it was 16 years.
That's right. Hard to believe.
Yeah. So Kelly is the preeminent ESOP consultant in the country, as far as I know and as far as I'm concerned. So Kelly, tell us about the evolution or the progress of ESOPs as an exit path in the last 16 years.
There's been a lot of change, mainly as a result of there not being much knowledge or recognition of ESOP. 16 years ago, the ESOP community has been very active, educating advisors and business owners, but primarily advisors, about what an ESOP is, how it works, and its tax benefits. And that's made all the difference in the world. So now we've got this increased knowledge that's been pushed by people like me in the ESOP community, coming together at the perfect time with something you've been talking about for 20 years, which is the aging of the baby boom generation and what that's going to mean for exit planning. So we really have a perfect storm of those two things coming together now.
Tell us about just the general characteristics of an owner and or her business that tend to qualify or pre-qualify an ESOP recommendation, just in general terms.
Let's first talk about the data. And so in order to be a good candidate, there's certain financial metrics. And one of them is, as a general rule, you need to have $2 million a year of adjusted EBITDA. And so our typical client is just over $4 million, and our range is $2 million to $20 million. Okay. But the sweet spot in the ESOP world is companies with $2 to $5 million of adjusted EBITDA. So ESOPs are for small and mid-sized companies. They're not for micro companies.
Right.
You probably need to have at least 50 employees. Most of our clients have over 100, but you need to have probably at least 50. And so those would be some of the hard metrics. In addition to that, companies where the owner says the success of our business is built on company culture, those companies are great candidates.
Right.
Because the owner knows that if they sell to a third party, the third party is going to swear that nothing's going to change, but everything does.
Yeah.
And so we do a lot of business with engineering firms, with advertising and public relation firms, service businesses where culture is key. A lot of business owners think of their company, of course, as their legacy. And so for a business owner who wants to make sure that there's always a business in this town with his family's name on it, sell to a third party, you don't have that assurance.
Well, the other thing is with an ESOP, is you can sell your entire company to an ESOP and the owner can still remain involved. In fact, have a lot of influence in that company, but they already have their liquidity event.
Yeah. Most of our clients, most of the owners, after they sell, in our experience, become chairman of the board. They've probably already transitioned from that day-to-day operational responsibility into a more strategic role, and it's just the perfect gradual exit out of the business.
That's great. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, John.
We'll do more of these, and thank you for listening and perhaps watching this podcast.